All right, hey guys, Josh Beecraft here, another 2mm shift. We're driving today, and I'm going to talk to you about something that I think is gigantically important for your business. And really, you can use this for anything in life. It's not just a business thing, right? The real goal of what I'm about to talk about is to get you in connection with the right people that can move your business in the ways that you want to, or like I said, your life for that matter. And I'll explain. This is a concept that was originally proposed, I believe, by Chet Holmes, who, if you've not read any of his stuff, The Ultimate Sales Machine, any of that, you absolutely should. But it's been more popularized in recent years by Russell Brunson. He kind of really talked a lot about it. And what this concept is called the Dream 100. Now, you might have heard about this before, and that's okay, but I'm going to go over it again, and if you haven't heard about it, you're about to have your eyes sort of opened to a pretty cool way of doing things, right? It's a process by which you can identify key people that can move the needle for you in your endeavors in life. So let's say that I have a business, right? I have a digital agency, right? And let's say that I want to find key clients for that digital agency. I could write down a list of 100 people that I think would be great clients for me, and I can start to work on getting those people into my sales funnels, right? Into my sales process, so I can potentially get those customers. Sounds pretty simple, right? Where there's some things to talk about, where there's some meat on the bone, is not just, hey, here's the list of people that I want to go after. It's more about how we go after them, right? Like, how do we actually get their attention and start to connect them into our business, and what is the specific goal we have for that person? So I might have one goal that's to get new clients, I might have another goal that's to get referral partners, and I might have another goal that's just to get exposure out into the world, right? So you can imagine clients is pretty straightforward, right? But referral partners, I might want to connect with other people who can refer me clients, right? If I'm an agency that helps other businesses do any number of things, you know, maybe I partner with some accountants. Maybe I want to connect with other people that deal with businesses on a regular basis. Maybe it's a software company that has businesses as customers that could cross promote, right? And then third, you know, if I want to just get some exposure, maybe I'm reaching out to podcast guests, right? People that have shows, people that have stages that I can go speak on, those kind of things. So whatever the goal is, that's going to define the list of people and a little bit of the approach. Not all of the approach, but a little bit of the approach. So the big thing that is important to remember when you're going after this stuff is that nobody likes to do something that isn't creating progress, right? It feels like a grind. It feels really hard. So what you want to do, in my opinion, is take this list, and as you build it, I want you to think big, right? I don't care if you think that Elon Musk or the president of China or whoever, like, it doesn't matter who you put on this list. If you think they're good and the right person to talk to and you've got a strategic place for them in your ecosphere, put them on the list, right? However, I want you to also put some people on the list that you know you can get success with faster, and then maybe some mid-tier people that you know you're one connection away from, right? That way you can see progress through this whole process, and you can also see a path on getting to them through your current relationships or current activities, if you will. So that's a big key piece to me. Like, if they're all just unattainable, unreachable people that are huge in their space, kings and queens of their particular genre, right? That's going to require a little more work. It's fine. It's not impossible. This is how I've built everything that I've done, has been through figuring out how to get in the right room and meet people that can just connect me to other people. And as a result, I've been in the rooms with people that most people, you know, would be like, wait, what? And a lot of these people, I have their phone numbers, right? If I call them, they'll answer. And it's a weird thing when you start to realize these are all just people, right? And this is why this works, is because they're all just people. It doesn't matter what your perception of them is online or what story you tell yourself about them. They're just people who are looking to be served the same as anybody else. And if you have a way to serve them, which, by the way, may not always be the way you think you can serve them, then there's room for a relationship there, right? It's a really interesting world, and it gets really small really fast when you start networking with the people that can move needles for you, right? So that's my preferred way. So method number one, if we're going to get into, how do we connect these people and get them into our sales cycles? For me, method number one is to get in the room as much as possible, right? Richard Branson has a famous quote. Somebody asked him, how do I get more business? What's your number one piece of advice for getting more business? And he says, party more. Well, I don't party, I don't drink, but like, if I want to meet those people, I need to go to the parties. I need to be in the room to rub shoulders, have conversations, and figure out a way to serve them. And this is a key thing I've talked about before on 2mm shift episodes, is you want to be interested, not interesting. You're not trying to get them to put their attention on you because you're so special and valuable and can change their life. Rather, you want them to put their attention on you out of their own choice because you've been interested in putting your attention on them, right? There's something you need to realize, particularly about certain wealthy people or people that have attained a certain amount of success in their life. A lot of the people around them are always trying to get something from them. And if you're never doing that, you're always trying to give to them, it stands out. And it stands out with everybody, right? But it stands out more when you have people that are constantly surrounded by people trying to take from them, right? If you can give in some meaningful way, then you have a better way to create a connection, right? And then that leads to other things. Now, if you can't get in the room with people, which is really just an excuse, right? You definitely can. All you gotta do is figure out where they hang out or hang out in mass. And I don't mean stalk them and get in the room with them while they're out to dinner because you happen to see them walking down. Like, I don't mean that kind of stuff. Nothing creepy, but it's like these people go to conferences. They go to different types of events. They show up in different public places where you have an opportunity to be in the room with them or in the room with people connected to them. And all you have to do is go be you and try to find a way to serve, right? And I might be oversimplifying that. You might be scratching your head going, Josh, like, I don't know what you mean by trying to find a way to serve. And I can tell you it's really, really simple. Just talk to people, right? If there's a way for you to serve them, it's going to reveal itself immediately. Hey, what's up? What brought you to the event? Hey, oh, I see your book there. Oh, you're taking notes. What's your favorite takeaway from the event? Hey, what do you like most about it? Like, just start conversations and let them unfold and continually be interested in them about what they're getting out of things, and just let that conversation evolve naturally, and you'll find places where you can serve. They'll say, oh, well, one of the things I'm really looking for is I need somebody to help me with XYZ. It's like, oh, well, I know my buddy Steve does that. Right? I could connect you with him if you want. Maybe there's an opportunity there. Oh, you do that? Heck yeah, I would, right? Like, that's what I mean by find ways to serve. And as you find ways to serve, you will find out that other people want to serve you and appreciate you in ways that maybe you didn't expect was even real. I know it constantly surprises me, and I've been doing it for, a very long time at this point. So, rule number one, get in the room if you can. If you can't get in the room in person, get in the room digitally. And here's what I mean by that. If there's a person or people, in this case, hopefully, that you want to connect with, the easiest way online to connect with them is through social media. Obviously, it's social, and then it's media, right? Social means that you interact socially. So if you go into certain groups, if you go follow people on their Facebook and you constantly comment on their stuff, you constantly like their posts and all of that, they see your name come up all the time. So then when you send them a direct message and just like, hey man, really enjoying the heck out of what you're doing, absolutely love it, keep up the good work, and you show them support, and then you find a piece to connect with that really related to you on that thing that you said the other day. I had this same situation, not to bore you with it, but here's what happened, and I think I learned the same lesson. Thanks for sharing, reminded me of something important, right? You can start to nurture this like it's a real conversation. This is how I got started. I went into Facebook groups in the SEO communities, and I just started offering as many answers to questions as I possibly could. Sometimes back then I was Googling that answer or going over to other groups to find the answer and give it to them. And I was never positioning myself as like, this is my expert opinion. It was like, hey, my understanding is the common thinking on this is this. And then I'd have other people come in and validate it, right? And now they're seeing my name always showing up. Pretty soon I'm partners with one of the admins of the group, right? And that opened doors for me that just kept opening doors for me and opening doors for me. It's a really simple process. It takes a little bit of time, but put down your dream 100, your 100 people, and start pushing on those buttons and getting connected with them, because it can lead to opportunities, and sometimes not even the opportunities you were imagining. Sometimes they're way freaking bigger. So that's what I got for you today. That's the 2mm shift. Get this into your process if you actually want to grow your business. And by the way, this isn't just about business. If you're gonna try to date certain people, right? Start putting together a list of people that you think would be interesting to meet to date, right? If you're going to put together things for a nonprofit or find donors, or you're going to look for the right fitness advice, right? Get these people on a list so you're focused on them, because you can't be interested in somebody or show them that you're interested without being focused on them, right? It's really that simple. And probably what you'll find is that you'll meet any goal that you have within the first 20 people, and these extra 80 that you continue to go through will be bigger than your wildest dreams. That's it. Dream 100. Hope you love it. By the way, buy the book, The Ultimate Sales Machine by Chet Holmes. He talks about this in here. And I know Russell Brunson talks about it in a couple of his books as well, but I think it was originally a Chet Holmes concept. And there's a whole bunch of other amazing things inside of that book other than the Dream 100. So go get that for sure. It's a great, great book. We'll see you next time. Take care.